Good evening, members of the Community Services, Public Safety, Housing, and Development Committee, and Mayor Pro Tem, the entire council, and the public. My name is Louis MacArthur, a commander with the Oxnard Police Department. And tonight, I'm going to be presenting an agreement for Police School Resource Officer Services for fiscal year 2023 to 2026. The recommendation is that the Community Services, Public Safety, Housing, and Development Committee recommend the City Council approve and authorize a cost-sharing agreement between the City of Oxnard and the Oxnard Union High School District from July 1, 2023 to June 30th, 2026 for Police School Resource Officer Services. The agreement involves a reimbursement to the city for the services of 5 police officers that provide enhanced police services to the Oxnard Union High School District. In general, the city is reimbursed for 75% of personnel costs related to the 5 SROs. The district's cost-sharing amount for one fiscal year is $778,309, which is 75% of the cost of the 5 police officers. School resource officers, otherwise known as SROs, are Oxnard police officers dedicated to building community, providing support, and building positive relationships with Oxnard Union High School District schools, students, and families. Officers go through specific training prior to becoming SROs. On a daily basis, SROs ensure that all students, staff, and campuses are safe. They serve as a liaison between the schools and the police department. They work with students on making positive choices that will help them deter them from joining gangs and or having problems with drugs or alcohol. The presence of SROs on and around the campuses promotes positive relationship with students and builds trust with the Oxnard Police Department. SROs are links to the surrounding school community, which helps in keeping the Oxnard High School District campuses safe. SROs will be part of a district wellness team with a focus on identifying and supporting students who have significant social, emotional, and or behavioral needs. The team will work with the school and district teams in a coordinated effort to provide support to students, families, and staff. Through this team, campus visits, and getting to know the students, SROs can help identify needs of students and work with sites on proactive strategies to prevent significant behavioral issues. The mission of the SRO program is to assist the school in maintaining a safe environment and to develop a positive relationship between students and law enforcement. The SRO should be integrated into the school community through participation in faculty and student meetings and assemblies as appropriate. The SRO will participate as a member of the Oxnard Union High School District Interdisciplinary Wellness Team. SROs in the Oxnard Police Department can also provide training to students, staff, and families on drugs and other issues. Keeping the school community safe is the priority for SROs. Through that, they will respect the rights of students. They will work to build positive relationship with students and take a preventative approach as opposed to a reactive approach. SROs are tasked with distinguishing disciplinary misconduct to be handled by school officials from criminal offenses that are to be handled by law enforcement. SROs are responsible for criminal public order offenses, but they are not responsible for school discipline issues. Absent a real and immediate threat, as determined by the SRO to a student, teacher, or public safety, and unless there is sufficient evidence and circumstances to warrant police action or intervention, SROs should not get involved in school discipline issues. These should generally be handled by school officials rather than through formal law enforcement intervention. For example, issuance of a criminal citation referral to a probation officer, or an actual arrest. Absent a real and immediate threat to a student, teacher, the safety of the public, an SRO may conduct or participate in a search of a student's person, their possessions, or locker only when there is reasonable suspicion to believe that the search will turn up evidence that the child has committed or is committing a criminal offense. The SRO shall inform school administrators prior to conducting reasonable suspicion searches. The SRO shall not ask school officials to search a student's person, possessions, or locker in an effort to circumvent these protections. All searches at a minimum will be documented by a field interview report that details the circumstances of the search. Thank you very much for your attention, and I will entertain any questions that you may have. Thank you.